how the universe was created. Welcome everyone to a new video. Today we will explain the beginning of the universe and how it formed. So don't forget to show your support by liking and subscribing. 13.8 billion years ago, there was nothing. No space, no time, no stars, no you. Then in less than a second, everything that will ever exist exploded into being. This is the story of that moment and how it made everything. Before we talk about the beginning, we have to accept something strange. There was no before. Time itself did not exist. Space did not exist. There was no empty room waiting to be filled. There was nothing at all, not even nothing, because nothing still needs space to exist in. Scientists call this the initial singularity. An infinitely dense, infinitely hot point where all the laws of physics as we know them simply break down. We can't see it. We can't fully calculate it. We can only trace the universe backward in time until our equations hit a wall. And that wall is the Big Bang. This isn't an explosion in space. It was an explosion of space itself. At time zero, the universe was smaller than an atom, hotter than the core of any star, and expanding faster than the speed of light. Within the first tiny fraction of a second, a period called cosmic inflation, the universe ballooned in size by a factor of at least 10 to the power 26. To put that in perspective, something the size of a marble became larger than the observable universe is today, in less time than it takes light to cross a single proton. As this expansion happened, the universe began to cool. And as it cooled, energy started to condense into something new. Matter. Quarks and electrons formed. Then, within minutes, protons and neutrons began fusing together in a process called Big Bang nucleosynthesis, forging the very first atomic nuclei: hydrogen, helium, and trace amounts of lithium. This was the raw material for everything that would ever exist. Every star, every planet, every living thing, cooked up in the first 3 minutes of time. For the next 380,000 years, the universe was an opaque, glowing fog. It was too hot for electrons to settle into orbit around nuclei, so light couldn't travel freely. It kept scattering off free-floating particles, trapped like headlights in thick fog. Then, as the universe expanded and cooled further, something changed. Electrons finally combined with nuclei to form neutral atoms. Suddenly, light was free to travel. This moment is called recombination, and the light released at that instant is still traveling through the universe today. We call it the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in existence and one of our best pieces of evidence that the Big Bang really happened. After that, the universe entered what astronomers call the cosmic dark ages, a long stretch with no stars, no galaxies, just hydrogen and helium gas drifting in the dark. Gravity never rests. Even in a nearly uniform universe, tiny density differences, ripples left over from the quantum fluctuations of inflation, began to pull matter together. Clouds of hydrogen gas collapsed under their own gravity. As they collapsed, they heated up. And when the pressure and temperature at their core became extreme enough, nuclear fusion ignited. The first stars were born. These first-generation stars were monstrous, hundreds of times the mass of our sun, burning blue-hot and living fast, dying young. When they died, many exploded as supernovae, and in that violence they forged heavier elements: carbon, oxygen, iron, gold. Elements that didn't exist before now scattered across the cosmos. Gravity gathered these enriched gas clouds into galaxies. Billions of them. Each one a swirling city of stars, born from the ashes of the ones that came before. Roughly 9 billion years after the Big Bang, in an unremarkable arm of an unremarkable spiral galaxy we now call the Milky Way, a cloud of gas and dust, already enriched with heavy elements from generations of dead stars, began to collapse. At its center, our sun ignited. Around it, leftover debris clumped together through countless collisions, forming a disk of rocky and icy fragments that eventually became planets. One of them, third from the sun, had just the right mix of elements, distance, and conditions. That planet was Earth. Everything on it, the oceans, the atmosphere, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen in every breath you take, was forged inside the heart of a dying star, billions of years before Earth even existed. You are not just in the universe. You are made of it. Here's the part that should genuinely stop you in your tracks. The universe didn't need to make stars capable of building complex elements. It didn't need to make planets. It certainly didn't need to make anything that could look up at the night sky and ask, "How did we get here?" But it did. Every atom in your body has existed since the earliest moments of the universe, or was forged in the heart of a star that died before our solar system even formed. You are 13.8 billion years of cosmic history, standing up, walking around, and wondering about its own origin. That's not just science. That's the closest thing we have to a creation story that's actually true.